You are now tuned into the Basketball Only Podcast with Alejandro, MC, Ryan, and E Legend.
Welcome back to the Basketball Only Podcast. Give it up! Yes. Another NBA season is upon us. I don't know about you guys, but I'm so excited. I'm so hyped. I'm ready to talk this basketball again. There's so much going on, man. I mean, it's a dawn of a new era. KD, yes, I believe so. KD leaves the Warriors. The Warriors were this dominant team. Everybody knew the answer to the question, who's going to be in the finals and who's going to probably win, right? At the beginning, KD leaves the unbeatable team, the ones that seem inevitable. No longer seems inevitable, and the whole league reshapes, right? You have stars spurring up everywhere. In the Lakers, Anthony Davis goes join LeBron James. Yeah, you can be happy about that, brother. You have Kawhi Leonard and Paul George.
Definitely
making it happen with the Clippers.
Ricky Rubio on the Suns. All right.
No.
Crickets.
No, man.
Hey, listen.
We have Russell Westbrook
on the USA team. That's all
he did play well.
Everybody played well.
Listen, I expected that. I've been getting joked
sure.
about that all day with the Ricky Rubio on the Suns. They're like, nobody cares.
He should have a good season, but I'm talking about superstars like Russell Westbrook going to the Rockets and joining James Harden.
I want them to win, man.
You got
I want them to win.
and then you got like the Al Horford joining Philly, Mike Conley and Bogdanovich joining Utah, Hassan Whiteside going to Portland, Kemba Walker to the Celtics. I mean, I don't know who's gonna win it. Like it's up in the air. So I wanted to ask you guys. I mean, do you buy it that is the dawn of a new era? And if so, what you think we will start seeing differently in the NBA this season coming up?
Okay, is it a new era? Yeah, you could say so. I mean, with KD going down and he's gonna miss this season actually. So. You know, and LeBron got a teammate now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he didn't have teammates before?
He has top 5 All-NBA teammate, like, top-notch guy where,
undeniable talent.
So there should be no excuses for LeBron this season.
No excuses. James Harden got his teammate that he needed.
Championship or bust?
For the Lakers?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely, for sure. Because I see if they get to the finals, they're going to be whoever's in that East. So, yeah, you have to. With Kawhi out of the East, you got to win. So, if you could get to the finals and get past Kawhi and them, then, yeah, you got to win the championship. It's definitely a championship or bust.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just think that, now it's like a duo thing where before it was like the big threes.
Yeah.
I'm good with that. I'm good with the duos. It makes everything interesting. Now if you lose one player, you're really going to be out of it now. And before, like, you just still had another 2 duos. You know what I'm saying? So you really got to be healthy. You got to share the responsibilities. Like, now you really going to see who's who and what is what and who wants to take that ring and the drone of who's going to be the best in the league. Yeah, I feel like now it's competitive. Yeah, it wasn't like that before. Now we don't know who's going to the finals. It's not Golden State's going again. We don't know that. But they could go. That's what makes it so
Right. More parity, huh?
Yeah.
How do you see it, man? You think what do you think we're gonna see this season? Do you think it's a new era in the NBA?
So many plot twists. It's like it's almost like a soap opera in a sense, like a soap opera, because there's so many stories around the league. I'm definitely intrigued by the Lakers. I know. Shout out to Ryan Fallon. He does not like Anthony Davis, but I really feel that Anthony Davis's talent is undeniable. I mean, anyone that tries to argue, you have to look at what he did with the Pelicans with Drew Holiday. And I'm not dissing Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday is great, but that's all he had technically. You know what I mean? You look at how he, they went to the second round.
Yeah. Right, they were never healthy.
They didn't have Cousins. Like, each time they went to the playoffs, they did it because they were just like, you know, they was just willed.
Yeah.
And his talent, you know, he averaged 30, 14, 3 blocks.
Yeah.
That's not a fluke. You know what I'm saying? That's numbers.
The only thing you say bad about him is the injuries sometimes.
Yeah, but that's
besides that, his game is
it's undeniable. It's undeniable.
Right.
I think that I think the duos are fiscally sound. And it's a different angle to look at. Because you look at and honestly speaking, like when you do the big three, you know, no one looked at the fact that LeBron took less.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And Bosh took less to make it work. And then everybody kind of fit in where they got in.
Yeah.
You know, and that's 3 dudes eating up cap.
Yeah.
Whereas now you got, like, the Clippers are the Clippers are scary because they were already good. So now you add 2 guys that
play both sides.
Yeah,
that's what makes them scary.
And shout out to Paul George for the little shot at LeBron because he it's crazy because he was like, you know, we play both ends. And everybody was like, "Oh, what do you mean by that?"
Directly at LeBron.
You know, relax though.
Listen, man.
Relax, boy.
Listen, I think there's so many stories to tell this season that, you know, it's you got Utah that you really can't sleep on them because you never know.
Yeah.
Portland got a little better too.
You know, Portland, they're at the next step, and Dame's shooting at everybody. He shot at Shaq, so you know.
Ooh, you already know. Sniping.
No one is safe. You know?
No one's safe.
And they're doing it the old-fashioned way. They're not really star gazing. They're like, listen, you play, you down. If not, And they took out OKC. You know what I mean? They took out Denver. Yeah. You know, I mean, they weren't gonna beat Golden State. It just wasn't what it was.
Could have put a better fight, but nah.
You know.
But now I feel like they got that inside guy that guard the paint and Whiteside. You know, they did. You know, they got Bazemore now. Like they solid, and you know, another year with Lillard with his confidence. CJ McCollum had a hell of a playoff run. So
he closed out Denver.
So I'm hearing more teams that could make an argument to be championship contenders.
5 deep in each conference.
5.
That I wouldn't be shocked if they was in the finals.
Wow, you go 5 deep in the East?
Yeah, I was gonna say who you got 5 in the East.
All right, so
definitely outside of Philly.
All right, so
outside of Philly,
you got Milwaukee, right?
Oh yeah,
Boston.
Okay.
You got Boston there. Maybe I bit off more.
Are they gonna play D though? I don't know. I feel like Boston's gonna be fun to watch.
They're gonna be fun to watch.
Tatum's gonna get shots.
They're gonna put up more buckets. I feel like Jason Tatum's gonna take that step. You know, the third year is always that year where last year he kind of hit the wall, and
there was a lot going on too.
The sophomore slump, but I think this is gonna open his game. Kimba's willing to pass more than Kyrie is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just like that team a lot. I think they could do some things. And so they probably 3 deep over there. Maybe I'm missing the team. I'm Toronto. I mean, you never know. Like, weird things happen during the season.
Definitely.
You probably could get a trade or somebody could,
And I'll help you out, Indiana.
Oh, Indiana
too.
Tough team.
If Oladipo stays healthy.
Yeah.
I mean, they're tough either way, but like Oladipo is that like their difference between the next level and just being like middle of the pack in the East at least.
And talking about Indiana, something I've seen, there's like a trend of having 2 big men, I feel. Because Indiana has Miles Turner, and they have Sabonis is going to start. And then you go to a team like the Lakers, and they're big. They're big. Like, you could be playing Dwight Howard next to Anthony Davis. You know what I mean?
And that's
you go to Philly. You got Al Horford and Embiid. Like, so that's new.
You got the Lopez brothers with Giannis.
Right. So it's kind of telling that the team that used to play small ball, the Warriors, gets dismantled in a way. And now you have this new move towards kind of like bigger size.
Do you think the trend is moving away from the fast, that kind of like 7 seconds or less and more towards half court? Kind of, to me, it kind of looks like that in a way.
Yeah?
I mean,
okay.
I can see that. And I think Kawhi has a lot to do with that. The way Kawhi won the championship last year, they wasn't running up and down like that. They basically was setting up and, ISO ball and kind of like, picking their spots. And, like, it had to change someday, like, and it's changing now. Yeah. So, I mean, it's kind of dope for the league to see that it's going in that direction.
And I see a new focus on defense, too. Like even when you got the Lakers coming off the rip, like saying like, oh, defense first, like that kind of sets the tone. Because then you got the Clippers are gonna be defensive monsters. Yeah. You got Philly that has the potential to also be defensive monsters. The Bucks.
With Eric Bledsoe with the
I mean, but historically they've been like defensive.
Yeah, but they got one of the best defenders in the league with Giannis, so you know.
Yeah, so it's interesting.
Potentially 5'2", 5-star.
Yeah.
I mean, not even. I mean, I think he's 5-star now, but like.
But Giannis,
he has room to be like top 3 in blocks, top 3 rebounds, top 3 steals,
scoring, all that.
top 10 assists. Yeah. Like his roof is just. It's scary. Like 2K20, he's a cheat code. Like you can't stop him. There's nothing you can do in 2K20. Like
Giannis
play.
Dude, man.
You cannot. He can. He is like the Shaq of this era.
If
but
he figured out
faster.
the shot, then it's a scary. It's over. Like,
isn't he chilling with like Carl Culver too now? Like I heard
he
he
was.
was. I heard he was like
hanging out with. Oh.
But that's an interesting point that y'all bring, because as part of this conversation of the dawn of new era, I feel like for the last 10 years, it was almost undisputable that LeBron was the best player in the world.
Yeah, by far.
I like only for a minute, like Durant, Steph Curry and then Durant a little bit.
Steph, but yeah.
But now it's like it's even more wide open than ever. I mean, in last year in the playoffs, we were talking like, yo, if Kawhi gets it done, if he comes and beats the Freak and Embiid, and he did even more. He won the title and got the Finals MVP.
Him and LeBron 1A, 1B right now. Like he's the closest one to take over to me, just because Giannis is the MVP, but he got shut down. By that man. That man shut him down.
And we
that cannot go. I think it was the team. I mean,
but mainly like when he was on.
They quick to flashing when he stripped him, and they'll replay that. Listen, but it was the team. Honestly, to me, in all honesty, the Raptors coach outcoached Budenholzer on Milwaukee because he was supposed to. The coach failed Giannis more, to me, in my opinion, only because. If you see them stopping the one play that he's running, then you run him different ways. You give different looks, and instead
that was surprising.
Like it was.
He got outcoached there.
It's accomplished, and this guy,
I gotta put blame on Middleton too. He didn't step up.
Definitely,
he's the second.
He got paid.
He played scared. Played shook.
He got paid. And that's crazy that you get paid after.
That might be.
I mean, it was his first time, like in that moment. And I think when we were talking about it, I was telling Ryan, I was like, hey, I don't know if those dudes are proven like that. Oh no, they're gonna blow up. Yeah, Ryan, I'm remembering.
He stepped up just a little bit. They probably get out of that series.
Got you.
But you can't take away from Kawhi with that run right there.
But who you think?
One of the best solo runs in a while.
But at the end of this coming season, because this is how I like to think of best player in the world. It's like not regular season, because we've seen James Harden be the best and then not come up in the postseason. But at the end, who you think we're gonna say like had the best season?
Well, I think that goes back to Kawhi. Like,
I think Kawhi is gonna be.
Kawhi, he had a decent season. Like, he had a good season last year. He missed a lot of games.
Decent.
No, I'm just saying he missed a lot of games. He took himself out of the MVP conversation. If he would have played them 20 games, he would have probably been right in there, right? So, I think, but that playoff run he was the best in the playoffs by far. Like the way he controlled, the way he hit the game winners, he was the go-to guy. He took that team, which we thought would never get to the finals,
they won the first
and win the championship. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, they had help. I mean, Siakam stepped up a little bit. You know, it's going to be scary this season.
The first time the chip
I
left
see him
the United
taking
States.
a big step this season.
I
see Siakam, and that's why I see them. They can still make a playoff
Catch
run
an 8 seed,
because of him.
7 seed, maybe.
Yeah, we'll see. But it depends on his growth. But I think Kawhi was the one that really stood out. Obviously, Giannis, could he make that next step to see if he could get a jump shot, or could game plan a little differently to where it's not so predictable about what you're going to do.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So those are the two guys I would say, but I think Kawhi got the little step ahead of him.
Can I add a sleeper in the East? It's a sleeper that I really hope. Just because I was watching this young man play ball over the summer, the Hawks.
The Hawks, okay.
I was watching what's the point guard's name again? Trae Young. Yeah. Bro, that kid can ball, and I mean he was going all for. I mean, mind you, it's the summer, and dudes are. that kid can play, man.
I see the Steph comparisons.
I see him I see him with just a little bit more. Steph got the shot. He's got the handle.
And his passing game is crazy.
He
can get his teammates involved.
And he's got a little fierceness to him because him and Dennis Smith on the Knicks, they almost got to a fight. He jumped right up. Like they looked at each other and was like, yo, I mean, and so I honestly I feel like I kind of low key am rooting for them because I'm watching him play.
Yeah, that would be an exciting
watching other
team.
people. I like watching them go do their thing, Hoodie Mello and all that. But but
now we got into that topic. I see them almost as I see the Pelicans. Like this young, exciting, ascending team that's gonna be knocking almost at the AFC. And they might get in, they might not, but I'm still gonna enjoy the ride.
That's a good team.
But I saw this kid catch the ball. He caught an inadvertent alley-oop off the backboard and dunked it.
Oh yeah, the alley, right? The alley oop.
It hit the backboard. He missed. He was like, I threw it wrong. He caught it still.
He's a little reckless in the air though. It kind of scares me a little bit. I don't want to get hurt.
He's gonna catch a couple bodies bad.
I think that's the whole
when
point.
I saw him do that, I'm like,
bringing him into the league.
And the team, they was just like, yo, like
it's like that Blake Griffin first year feel where you knew he was gonna body.
He's definitely gonna get bodies.
6'7", 6'8".
Yeah, definitely.
Dude, he was like this.
Remember that one preseason game he got, and he just
ripped the ball from Knox. Kept it from Knox.
Right, like a little kid, like for real.
Yo, we gonna see a lot of that this season.
It was scary though. Like it was just like.
And if my boy Ingram can stay healthy, I like him with that with Zion and
he's gotta put on weight.
You got JJ.
He's gotta put on weight.
You got the veteran JJ.
Ingram's gotta put on weight.
You heard what JJ told him, right?
What did he tell him?
He said what? He said I think it was 13 for 13. Or 15 for 50. I don't know how many years he's been in the league. But basically telling him, I've been in the playoffs every year. Don't break my streak. Don't mess up my streak.
Oh, word? That's what he told him?
And Zion was like, man, I'm a rookie. Where you coming from? He basically threatened him on low-key, threatened him like, yo, don't mess up my playoff streak.
Yeah.
That's for real, though?
Yeah, I read it on Instagram that he came up to him and told him that.
It's going to be tough, though, making the playoffs in the West.
He took the money from the wrong people.
Yeah.
The West is hard.
And they got favors. I mean, they got peace. They still got Drew Holiday.
He should have stayed with Philly if he didn't want to break that record.
I can pick 8 teams better than them, though.
Nah,
to be honest with you. And that's what it boils down to at the end. Like, they're exciting.
I mean, I feel like there's $7
I'm
lock.
rooting for Ball just because, what happened with his situation. I'm just rooting for him in general. I liked him at UCLA.
Yeah.
I feel like just the propaganda kind of just set him up, and then his pops.
I think so too.
His pops. He had to get away from his father. I'm just gonna put it out there. And Los Angeles, that's true.
And now we talking about Alonso. I feel like he's becoming his own man more. Like that I see that coming through with the interviews, how he's carrying himself, and I think it's gonna reflect on his season.
Okay.
So.
Okay. I feel you, man.
He's like, he's not a Laker no more, so I don't care.
I mean, as long as he's not shining to the point where we regret, but I mean, I hopefully.
No, I mean, I feel like everybody's on the Anthony Davis honeymoon.
I mean, I hope so. I just hope, like you said, like the only thing that Ryan is right about is that the guy doesn't stay healthy. Hopefully he can stay healthy. Hopefully we don't got to play him as many minutes. We got a deep. I feel like we got a deep roster. Of guys that, where he don't have to go as hard. So we'll see.
Yeah, and that's because if you see Pelicans games, it's like the dude had to do everything,
And that leads to
and bang and
if you gotta run down the court, chase the blocker, chase the pick and roll, run for the rebound after chasing the pick and roll.
Everything.
You don't think you're gonna pull something at some point?
Also, just being in a team where you have a shot at a title, that means a lot. Trust me, them little injuries that might nag you when you're on a bad team, you'll play through those knowing that, I got a chance to win.
And you're next to LeBron, who
And I don't know about you guys. I mean, we scrapped the topic of the best player, whatever. Now let's talk about the Lakers. But I'm excited about the Lakers. Like, I'm genuinely excited. Like, when I think of that roster, I'm like, I love it. Like, I love it through and through. I love Jared Dudley. He knows his role. I love Avery Bradley.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Do you feel like there's a roster spot on the Lakers for Carmelo Anthony?
No, we good. we used our spot on the Dwight Howard, which I was very mad about. But you know what? Like, it costs.
It's not a bad pickup though.
But he's making like something thousand a game. Like, so I'm okay with that. Like, he's not making no big time money.
But he seemed to.
If there's a problem, we can get rid of him.
He seemed to have the right mindset though.
He's in amazing shape, bro. Like he did a video with him doing a dunk contest.
Yeah. And
out in what's the name? Out in he was out in LA or something like that, or out in the beach.
Yeah.
He's physically. I was like, damn.
Nah, he's always been in shape. I mean,
he's physically still a
he's
monster. So you're not. I mean, he's a body that you can always count on when AD is like, okay, you know what? No, let's pull him back. And Vogel's system is really is defense first. Yeah. So you kind of, it's like it relies on bodies too. If you notice when he was on Philly, he had bodies and he would swap them out, especially the big men. He'd swap them out. Boom. If Roy Hibbert was looking like he was a little bit, okay, I'm gonna pull him out, bring in somebody else. You know what I mean? And it relies on defense.
And I like that they got Kid back there. I like that they got Lionel Hollins back there. I think their coaching staff is very solid. You know what I'm saying? I think they got enough people there that's going to relate to the players on the court. I just think they're very loaded.
So no Hoodie Mello?
Nah, I'm good with Hoodie Mello. I thought he was going to Brooklyn. Send him to Brooklyn or something. For real, I think Kyrie could really use him right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and they got a good enough team right now that, they'll make the playoffs and stuff. Give Melo his last hurrah in New York. That's the only really situation I see.
I think it's sad that he doesn't have a spot. I can see the rationale.
It's his fault, though.
What do you think about that? Like,
I think he should make a roster. It would be good to see Carmelo. I don't think he's sharp to shoot in the way he has ended.
But everybody doesn't deserve a fairy tale ending. Like, that's not how it goes.
I don't think he deserves a tour. I don't think he deserves a tour.
Shaq should have had one.
But I think he deserves a spot. I mean, 450 players.
I thought we made this. I thought we had this debate last year. Like, what team is going to take him where he could really be valuable for them?
The Nets. I think that's a good fit.
He won two already.
Detroit.
And he didn't play well. Like with the OKC and the Rockets. Like, those are the best spots for him.
For example, Detroit. Why couldn't Detroit sign him? Or
they
the
signed Derrick Rose.
No,
and
no,
they got Joe Johnson. Big up to Joe Johnson. The big three that got picked up before Melo. That's crazy. That's iconic right there. So they already got their veterans. They older.
And they also picked up Beasley too.
Beasley. Oh, yeah. Damn. So you know that you don't stop for Melo when Beasley can come in.
I'm saying they have other reclamation projects. Might as well.
Damn.
The Bucks. Why couldn't the Bucks use Melo?
Because they got Wesley Matthews and these people. You know what's going to be worse for Melo? Is if he was to get on the team and they don't have minutes for him.
Miami Heat.
Well, that's what they pointed out on the jump. That they said that people were like. The NBA players are like, yo, Melo deserves a spot. Yeah. But then people countered and said, what coach wants to bring him on the team and not have minutes? And then he's your 12th man, and it's like,
I mean, he's Hall of Famer.
That, it's kind of like now the focus is on
your bench. I'm going to put this on perspective. You know who made a roster this year? You know who made a roster this year?
You said Michael Beasley. That's all I need to hear.
No. Hold on. Anthony Bennett. Anthony Bennett made a roster.
Who he played for?
With the Rockets.
But the Rockets, they take everybody. Like, they don't care. Like,
well, he's a big body. I don't know. I don't know.
They just signed Ryan Anderson too.
That's weird.
I like Ryan Anderson back there.
Ryan Anderson got his money though. Yeah. He got.
How is Ryan Anderson different than Anthony? Than having Carmelo Anthony?
Because he can shoot the three.
I mean,
Melo cannot shoot the three.
Yeah, that's true.
He's gonna for him to shoot a good percentage from three, he needs to take like 7 of them. Like, we don't need that. We need a guy like Ryan Anderson who probably could hit 2 out of 4.
He said, you rather have Ryan Anderson than Carmelo Anthony?
For that Rocket system, yes. Obviously, it didn't work out last year when he was in that Rocket system.
For the Rocket system, definitely yes.
So that system is different.
I feel like they use him as a scapegoat.
They also got Ben McLemore.
And the coaches there really wanted him gone. And the moment they saw like a little blood, they smell blood, they're like, we're getting rid of him.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. But last but not least, we talk about the dawn of a new era. We gotta talk about Damian Lillard having the gumption to come back at Shaq.
Okay.
What y'all think about this?
He started it.
I mean, he answered a question. It was in the Joe Budden podcast, and they asked him if he thought that he was the best rapper in the NBA, and he said yeah. And they said, what about Shaq? And he was like, well, I didn't think that they really look at Shaq as a rapper. They just
He went wrong.
like Shaq.
That's where he went wrong.
So when you were interested in Shaq as a rapper, I'm imagining
Yes.
you were.
No, I
Were you
yes.
interested genuinely
Can I
on
rap?
his music or the
What's
fact
up,
that this
Doc?
is
Can
the
I rap?
personality of Shaq rapping?
All right, could Shaq rap? Yes, he can. Is he as good as Dame? No. But he did have successful albums. He's a platinum artist. He been on songs with legends.
Let me ask you this:
Is
Is it like
All-time
is it like
legends.
Kevin? Is it like calling Kevin Hart an actor? You know, like Kevin Hart, he's in movies, he's acting, right? But nobody will call him like a oh, this is a professional actor.
Before Dame Lillard,
And he's very popular.
Before Dame Lillard,
Uh-huh.
when you talk about rap and basketball, Shaq was number one. That's it.
All right.
The best basketball rapper was Shaq. Now it's Lillard. Okay, so you cannot discredit what he did. I mean, it was back then,
Right.
and the harder time where people be like, yo, back then was like, it was tough. I mean, he
Yeah.
did sell records. All right, did he sell records because he was popular? Yes. I mean, it wasn't on his rap skills, I'm sure. Yeah, no.
Who you think is a better rapper out of the two?
Damian Lillard, for sure.
Okay.
Damian
I
Lillard is a
agree.
lyricist.
At least right there.
Okay.
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like,
Okay.
if I compare it now, like it's like the like Shaq is like what Drake is now, right? and Lillard is like what Kendrick is. You know, Kendrick is a lyricist. Like I will always pick Kendrick over
Right.
him, but
Right.
Shaq is the popular guy. Like he's just the guy who like whatever he does is successful. Like he's a successful actor, right? He's a doctor. He's a fucking he's a police officer. Like this guy does everything well. Like
Yeah.
he's good on TV. You know, he was a Hall of Fame basketball player. He just always does everything well. So it's kind of hard to come at somebody that's successful at everything, and I think that's what's gonna mess up Damian Lillard.
You had an opinion on this?
I mean, it's not really basketball. So I mean, Dame Lillard said some mean things. He said some mean things,
Yeah.
and it is what it is. Like at the end of the day, Dame is the better rapper. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, talking about a rap battle, I mean, it was kind of one-sided. Although Shaq makes a. It should be. I think, you know, at the end of the day, it's just some rap. Basketball's about to start.
Yeah.
Dame needs to focus.
Yeah, folks.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I hope y'all enjoy this segment, the dawn of a new era. Let us know what you think in the comment section. Share this video with others so we can keep growing this community. And you already know, basketball only, baby.
JustHek.
Yeah.
E-Legend.
E-Legend.
Ryan Fallon.
Alejandro.
Where you at?
Ryan.
Ryan's at the concert. He's at the Maluma concert.
For real?
I don't know.